Hey guys, it's JinxedSimmer coming at you from my computer, and this is part 2 of the best abode. So, hope you guys enjoyed the first part and the creative sim because I have both of those should be out by the time this goes up. If not, I have some serious issues going on. I mean, very serious. But yeah, you guys, I'm so excited. I'm so freaking excited for this family there. There's so much. And I know you guys have been wanting me to get to the juicy details of what's going on in their family life because this is where I decided to officially announce everything that's happening with this family because, oh my gosh, they are no joke. They are something. Like, you guys, they are probably one of my most dramatic families I've ever seen. I've ever played out. And I mean, I played out for like a second because something happened, of course, but I haven't, like, this isn't my current household or anything like that, even though it's about as detailed as if it should be. So, just, hopefully you guys appreciate it and like it because you're about to be about to go through a little bit with me, okay? So I have two adult Sims in this game and in this household, and it's going to be the dad and the mom. Oh wait, no, actually there's three, but the dad and the mom are first, of course. Charlotte and Denver best. Charlotte's the guy, and well, the dad, yeah, and Denver's the mom. No, other way around. Charlotte is the mom, and Denver is the dad. Why did I have to think about that? I mean, I literally had to stop, slow down, and say it so that I understood. Oh my gosh, that was so sad, you guys. Okay, I'm sorry. I've done this voiceover twice now and gotten halfway through it one time and I just didn't like it. So, yeah, refilming because nah, that was not gonna work for me. Okay, so guys, here. Oh my god, I love that laundry room. It is so cute. I love it so much. I'm sorry. um, but anyways, Denver and Charlotte. They met probably a little after college and have been together ever since. They've really hit it off very well, despite Denver being so much more relaxed than Charlotte is. Charlotte's a little bit more business oriented, but she's not crazy business oriented, which makes her a little bit different to me. And here I am, completely not knowing what the heck I want to do as far as the freaking walls go because I plopped down everything but the walls and the floor, which is fun. Oh joy. So much fun. But yeah, anyways, I met when probably a little after college, and Denver is a stay-at-home dad, which is pretty cool, honestly. It's a much better deal for the kids that he stays at home more so than his wife does. His wife is very, she's a bit more in your face about things and she's a bit more upfront, but she's not a butt about it, you know? Like, she's very upfront about things. She'll let you know what's going on, but she's also not a butt. And I'm sorry, for me that matters because I've seen people who are buttholes and I'm just gonna be honest and da 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 da. But no, she's not like that. Charlotte's genuinely a very sweet person. And she has a big family. She has stayed very business oriented, very big on her family since mm, since her first since her daughters were born. She got twins the first time and then got pregnant two more times after that. And I was like, oh my gosh, girl, calm down. Um, I'm back and I remember all the kids' names now, so I'm good. Okay, yay. And I don't know if you heard that snap or not, but I did just snap. Okay. Um, whatchamacallit, what was I saying? Okay, so imagine this. You got your whole little family. You're all good. You're, having this whole, moment where your amazing family is, four beautiful children. This one guy who, something's going on with his family, so he lives in your house now. And, you know, your used to be teen eldest daughter, Chelsea, you know, plopped out little Tristan, like not too long ago, popped out little Tristan, and probably we'll say Tristan's like 2 or 3 years old. Yeah, he's like 2 or 3 years old. Walking, talking toddler. There you go. I don't know, maybe like 4. I don't know, something like that, something along those lines. And there's Amina, who is, oh no, yeah, Emery and Chelsea. Those are the twins, and they were probably just became young adults. Just became young adults. Like very soon just became young adults. And imagine being Charlotte in this situation where you're working all the time and you're working so hard to help, you know, you and your husband are just working so hard to just keep this family afloat. Everyone is so close. Everyone loves each other so much. But there's just little cracks. And these little cracks begin to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So, again, imagine you're Charlotte. You raised these 4 kids all on your own. Well, not on your own, but with your husband. There we go. Let's not forget about Denver. Okay, Emery and Chelsea. They were probably the golden children before before all that went down. And I'm about to tell you what went down. Chelsea was pregnant when she became a teenager. Not long after becoming a teenager, she became pregnant. And probably when she was about 16, 16, dang. She was pregnant at 16. And a couple of years later, she's an adult. She's a young adult. She lives with her parents, with her boyfriend Finn. And Finn, Finn's a sweet guy. He's so nice. You'll see him in the creative sim, but he's actually not a part of the household anymore due to the fact that him and Finn, both Finn and Chelsea got in a car accident. Well, a motorcycle accident. And Chelsea didn't have on a helmet and she sadly perished. Again, imagine you're the woman that has to hear all this. So what do? You blame the stupid kid who owns the motorcycle, right? And you kick him out of your house just because there's no freaking way. I don't care. Like, no, I don't want to hear anything. My daughter's dead, and it's your fault, and you are the worst person in the whole world. That's basically how Charlotte feels about Finn, and who is Tristan's dad. So that's how that went down. That's why there are only so many rooms, so many beds, and all that kind of stuff. Because they were initially thinking of adopting I think it was going to be a boy. It was going to be a boy or a girl. Either one. They just wanted to adopt a child instead of, having another one. They wanted to adopt. And for one to be a little bit closer to Amina's age. And, lo and behold, now they have to raise Tristan. And, you know, they're not really in the place to raise a toddler. I mean, Denver can. He, of course, can, but they wanted and were expecting an older child. So they pretty much left it in the hands of their kids to, well, no, I guess as soon as Chelsea died, Emery felt the need to kind of not so much take her place, but just, be the main caretaker for Tristan. And that was very, very noble of her, very amazing, very sweet. However, in actuality, it's not so much carried out that way because she doesn't know a lot when it comes to children. I mean, Tristan's been in the house his whole life, but she never had to change him. She never had to stay up with him really late at night and take care of him and make sure he was okay. So she doesn't know much when it comes to, children or anything like that. She only knows older kids because of dealing with her sister. And, she doesn't have that great of a memory of her sister being a toddler for that much because, of course, Denver took very good care of Amina for the most part, as well as Jasper. And so Emery is kind of at this in between life stage where she is a young adult, yes, but now she has to harbor the responsibility of trying to take care of Tristan, which she in turn kind of schleps on because she wants to have her life. She wants to still be her own person, and that takes a lot of effort and a lot of energy because she's really into music and all these other things, but at the same time, she just hasn't quite found herself yet to be able to take care of someone else. So that leaves the next kid, Jasper, who is the sweetest kid. He's clumsy and outgoing, and he's a teenage guy who pretty much helps really take care of Tristan. I feel like it's sad that it has to all fall on his shoulders, but it does for the most part. He stays up really late with Tristan if he's sick or if he's not feeling too great or if he had a nightmare and all this kind of stuff. And, he wants to be a freelance botanist. He wants to, be an expert gardener and all of these things, but he wants to, eventually maybe have a girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, but all of that kind of has to be put at a halt because Tristan takes up so much of his time. His family takes up so much of his time. Because with Amina, which is the youngest daughter, she wants to be a a whiz kid, and she's a bit of a perfectionist. But she also has like this wild child side, and it's crazy because you wouldn't think she'd be the one with the wild child side, but definitely she has had this side to her that's really playful, that loves to, that loves to go out, that loves color and all of that kind of stuff, and loves excitement and toys and all that kind of stuff. Meanwhile, she has this other side to her where it's more of the side she portrays because this is what she wants other people to see her as. She wants people to see her as someone who's serious, who's smart, and all these kinds of things because it's not so much that her family put it on her so much as she just puts it on herself because of being such a perfectionist, because of being, you know, as a kid, like there were just so many certain things that she had to do and all these kinds of things. Like she set these bars and walls up for herself. And that's why she's kind of the black sheep in the family because no one really she never bothered to get to know any of her family despite only being a child within her family. She's not necessarily close to any of her siblings, and she understands that her sister's gone and all these kinds of things. It's like that was probably the person she was the closest to was her sister Chelsea, and she's gone now. She doesn't have anyone, and so she doesn't really have anybody to confide in, to talk to about these kinds of things. And she's getting older, so she's changing, and she feels like she has like multiple personality disorder kind of feelings. Like she's like, what the heck? Like, why do I all of a sudden want to do these things? Why do I all of a sudden, want to do that? What happened to this kid that I used to be, and all this kind of stuff. And it's crazy that she's going through that and having these feelings because she's a child. And you think, like, naturally kids evolve and all that kind of stuff, but nobody's there to tell her that. And so, yeah, she kind of, I don't want to say really falls into the wrong crowd, but definitely goes out of her way to act out a lot in certain areas. And then, of course, there's little Tristan. He's just clingy. He's very clingy. He clings to Emery a lot because she looks like his mom, but it's like he knows what happened, but he's waiting. He's still waiting for his mom to come through the door. Is kind of the point. And and although that's not gonna happen anytime soon, and all this stuff happened, he doesn't really know. He doesn't know any better, so he's not really it's not registering to him that his mom's not gonna come back. And I feel like nobody's really said it, but they're like, she's gone, da 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 da, and all this stuff, and he's just like, why can't I go? Like, why can't I be with her? What's going on? Like, why is everyone so this, that, and the other? And you'll see there are two toddler beds in this house. One is on the second floor, and one is on the third floor. The third floor is where I remembered names and then I stopped. The third floor is where my sim. Oh, jeez. Emery, and little Tristan live, but at the same time, it's where Finn and Chelsea used to live with Tristan. I wanted to say Christian with Tristan, and the second room upstairs is the room that Jasper lives in, and his parents pretty much just bought another bed because Tristan would run to his room all the time whenever he had a nightmare. And it's sad when you really think about it that they put, like, the parents don't mean to put all this pressure on their kids or anything like that. I feel like they're the exact opposite. They think that because they don't have, all these crazy set rules or anything like that, that they're helping their children, but in the end, it's really hurting them in some ways. So it's like they need to be more aware of that, and they could really end up losing another child, which they would never want in this whole world. And oh my god, I clutter this restroom so much. I'm sorry, I'm a huge clutter bug, but I love me some clutter, okay? I put clutter all over this freaking house, and I love it. I do. I love it so much. I know I was speaking on some real emotional type crap, and then I just clutter. And initially, I was gonna put Emery in the little room with. Jeez, why does it keep happening to me with Amina? But honestly, I felt like that was the room they wanted their, adoptive child to live in. And, it blows my mind whenever all of this stuff happens to them and I just don't really know what to say. And I'm just like, oh, you guys, it's so sad. I love you. I'm sorry. I love you. I still love you. I'm sorry. You know? Because so much happens with this family. And there is nothing that the parents would not do for their kids. But at the same time, what are they actually doing for their kids? Sorry, but it's true. It's true. They're not perfect. No one is. And, kids don't come with, instructions or anything like that. So it's kind of like, well, how do we go about doing this? How do we make this better? And how do we make it so that this doesn't happen again? I think that's how they feel about it. I feel like that's why Charlotte was so eager to kick Finn out and Finn is moving. He's in the process of moving. He's, of course, out of the house because as soon as it happened, Charlotte kicked him out without looking back, and she feels no remorse about it at all. She is fine with him coming to visit, but he cannot live in that house with them at all because in her eyes, he's a murderer. That's all he is to them, and that is the headache that she bears, and it's sad. To be really honest, it's so sad. I love how I put all that crap on that one end table, and then I ended up using a dresser with even more space. So, yeah. I don't know what I was trying to do with that freaking bonsai tree. I'm kind of a little weirded out by it, and I really want to take it out now. But it works. And also, I forgot to mention this that Emery is a loner, and I forgot her other traits, but oh well, it's fine. I don't need them right now. But yeah, she's a loner, and if you watch the Create a Sim, you would know her traits. Just throwing that out there, you would know her traits if you watch the Create a Sim, which I have plugged in a playlist because I now have a name for this series, which is sad, but Oasis Springs facelift just seemed to roll off the tongue. So, yeah, watch me give Oasis Springs a whole facelift and watch the little families I create out of it. And maybe one day you'll be seeing me playing in this world. Who knows? But I'm going to give you guys over to the screenshots. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe, and all those fun things. I'll see you guys next time on my computer. Bye.